Sports Matters TV.
So first of all, Ian, look, it's been a crazy November. What a UFC debut. I don't think it could have gone any better, to be honest, Ian. Knockout, highlight reel finish. What's the crack back home? Obviously, look, we're seeing all the newspapers jumping on board, all the fans. Twitter's blown up, Instagram's blown up. What's it been like for you personally?
It's been crazy. I mean, I've just completed a dream in a sense of like I dreamt of being a UFC fighter. I dreamt of making this possible, and I've just done everything I've dreamt of in a sense of making that UFC debut means that I'll always be a UFC fighter. I'll have always had that, and that's my dream done, and I couldn't have done it in a better fashion. Do you know what I mean? First round knockout at Madison Square Garden at the biggest card of the year. It was surreal, and I'm over the moon. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to fighting again and getting back training and just enjoying every second of it. And it's been surreal.
Ian, when you got that call, right? So obviously, look, you got the call. UFC wanted you, but obviously to fight in Madison Square Garden, like what kind of a feeling was in that body? Because we've seen what happened 5 years ago. McGregor, the double champ status. Like, what was it like? We know how historic that venue is, being an Irish person. It's incredible.
What was the feeling like getting the call about fighting there, or the venue itself?
The venue itself. So the whole card on the venue itself.
Dude, it was like goosebumps. Like I walked. We got off. So on fight day, we came out of the bus and we walked up to the lift, and this mad looking lift opens up, and I'm like, that is fucking sick. It's got like Madison Square. Have you ever seen the picture of Conor McGregor standing there with the two belts?
Yeah.
And he's that lift, and it's like it holds like 12,000 kilos. So it's for like crates and drinks and everything and all that. But even just that moment alone, I was like, this is fucking awesome. The little guy sitting there on a chair with a little glass window as the lift, as the shutters come down and then the lift comes out. It was so cool. And just the whole thing was surreal. Like, even like on weigh-in day, when we were weighing in, doing the ceremony weigh-ins, me and Justin Gaethje backstage chatting about golf and how, like, what golf clubs he uses. Me and Chandler are sitting down in the waiting for the fighter meeting, and we're chatting about just life and everything that goes along with that. Like the people I seen, the people I met, like from the ease of like not having to do anything all week. Food was made for by the UFC. Weight was on track. Like UFC help you with weight. Everything's fucking unbelievable. And it all comes together at Madison Square Garden. It was like, wow. That's it. Just wow.
Surreal. And like, what's the word now next to you? Look, obviously, the hype is real. Everyone, I know you from your Cage Warriors days. I've seen you from day one. But for all the American fans, you know what I mean, that try and jump on the bandwagon, always been about, we've got Irish fun stuff. What's next for you? Any updates on a fight perhaps, before the end of the year next year?
No, I want to take some time to relax. I've had a pretty hectic couple of months between winning the world title, signing for the UFC, making my debut, moving countries, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to sit down and enjoy my Christmas.
Yeah.
And then at the start of the new year, we head back over to America. And I want to spend a lot of time with my team, growing and improving my skill set. So I'd like to fight roughly around April, May.
Yeah.
And then quick turnaround, go July, August, and then go back again November. That's my plan.
I love it. And we look at that welterweight division, Ian. It's incredible. Like, it's the best division by far in that UFC. And like, obviously, you're looking to break into that top 10, top 15, fast turnaround. Like, because look, the word's around. We all know what you're about. There's many fighters in that division that would definitely tickle your fancy. What kind of guys did you have an eye on prior to joining UFC? What kind of guys do you like in that division?
Do I like to fight or do I like to watch?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fighters that I like. Every single guy, for example, that's ranked, that's in the top 10, the top 15, are insane. They're amazing at what they do. And watching all of them, you can learn so many different things. Like, for example, you can watch Wonderboy and understand how he uses distance in his kick his background to manipulate fight. You can watch Gilbert Burns and watch how when anything gets to the ground, he dominates. Then you can watch Kamaru Usman and see, right, this is the best. This guy's the best. Why? Because he's dominant on the feet. He's dangerous on the feet. If he enters into a grappling, it's dangerous and it's strong and it's aggressive. You can learn anything from that. And then you've got like the likes of Shmaev, who's completely coming up and disrupting the division. And he's like, I'm the best. I want to fight people. It's like, I'm excited to see what happens with him. I think he's very bloody good, and I think he'll have a lot of success. And I'm excited. So for me, like when you look at the division, it only starts to get hard around that top 10, top 15 for me. I mean, I think I'll beat people with ease. There might be little bits of adversity, but I'll make it look. It'll happen exactly like my UFC debut. He'll have a little bit of success. Inevitably, he'll be knocked out or he'll be slapped. Whatever way it is, I'll beat people, and I'll do it with a smile on my face, and I'll do it emphatically. And I'm in no rush. I am in zero rush to get to where I want to be. I just want to do it the best way possible and take my time and enjoy it and really, really soak it up. Even the energy around fight camps, I want the energy around fight camps to be right. I want the energy. I want to feel it. I don't want to rush anything.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like, look, we have to speak, Ian. Like, it's well overdue. UFC to return to Ireland. Yourself and Conor Mack. Could we make it happen in Croke Park? Could we make it happen in Páirc Uí Chaoimh in Cork? Surely something will happen very soon where UFC will say, right, we need to get back to Ireland, because look, we have the best fans in the world. There's no doubt about it.
We do. No, we do. We have the best fans in the world. Come here, I have to say, how on earth do you think you're going to get 2 dubs to go down to Cork? Come on, mate.
Steve Collins, 25 years ago, fought Chris Eubank in Cork, and he's a Dublin man, so who knows?
Hey, I'm not arguing. I fought in the Neptune. Do you know what I mean? I've been there. I think there's a massive potentially for me and Conor to have a Dublin card. I think it would be absolutely ludicrous not to do it. Like the Irish fans are by far the best fans in the world. Like it's without a shadow of a doubt. They love drinking, they love fighting, they love supporting their own. And if you put me and Conor on a card, it'll be absolutely fucking massive. Yeah. We could do Croke Park. We could do Conor could do. Can I just say, I don't need to be in this. Conor could do it all himself. You know what I mean? But the fact that there could be 2 of us and we could do it together, and we could take over together, and like as he says, he's in on that takeover. He's in on it. If we could do a Croke Park, or we could do an Aviva, or we could do the 3 Arena again, it doesn't have to be the fucking biggest, best stadiums in the world. Sometimes the best places to fight are those small venues where you can only fit a couple, like 20, 30,000 people in, and maybe less, 10,000. But you put 5,000 Irishmen in a room, it sounds like there's 50,000 people there. Like, it's a joke. So, look, that would be a dream come true for me to fight in Dublin, bring the UFC back here. And look, if I can do it on the same card as the main man, then there's only going to be a smile on my face.
Bring it on. Now, last of all, Ian, I know you're a busy man, right? So, look, there's a lot of fighters. We know there's been a numerous takeover in UFC. We've seen so many Irish fighters. This day and age, there's not so many. Yourself and Conor leading the way. But look, there's a lot of fighters you're aware of in the gyms across Ireland, in your own gyms. What guys do you think the UFC should keep an eye on and perhaps sign when it comes to an Irish superstar on the up in the MMA world?
Paul Hughes is the first one that comes to mind. Young, talented. Cage Warriors interim champ. He's going to probably solidify that belt and wins that title. And I think he's very, very good. I like Paul a lot. He was there for me when I had no one in my corner, and he jumped in, and I get along with him. He would be the first guy that comes to mind. And then you've got the likes of Joe McColgan, who's just a workhorse, has put his time in and is finally the champion at the lightweight division. I think if the UFC have to come back, or even in general, they should keep an eye on him, because Joe puts on fucking fun fights, and he's there to fight no matter what. Yeah. And then John Mitchell. John Mitchell's a fucking great fighter, a Cork man. I know he's fighting over in UAE and he's doing all that, but I also think there's a potential that he could end up in the UFC at one stage. And I think he's very bloody good. So yeah, they'd be the 3 guys at the moment that I would say are up there.
I love it. Ian, it's a pleasure as always, my man. I'll make sure I'm at your next fight. Regardless of where it is, we will be there because we can travel.
Vegas.
We're back to travelling. So look, we'll be there, my man, as always. We're proud of you, so thank you very much. And we'll see you in Cork soon. There's rumours that FightCon is coming back very soon. We know the boys will want them to be booking you. So look, we'll see you soon, my man. You're a gent.
100%. Appreciate it, man. All the best. Take care.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank
See you.